Lost Ark have get a new update on Korean servers, and with that update, skill changes are coming for all classes, because developers are trying to adjust balance between classes. Stay with me for the next few minutes to see which class will get buffed and which class will get nerfed. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more Lost Ark videos in the future. Okay, let's check new changes for each class. And as you can see, I'm already here on official website of Lost Ark over there in Korea, and here in front of me I have official patch notes. So let's start here with Berserker. First thing which you can see regarding Berserker, skill change regarding Chain Sword, and developer comments is next. Berserker is showing stable performance in various indicators such as damage, survivability, neutralization, and utility. The judgment of the Chain Sword skill, which had a sense of disparity between the effect and judgment, was improved, and the Madness engraving, which was too low in utilization, was renewed. We expect that you'll be able to experience another charm of Berserker who uses the power of darkness throughout the renewed Madness engraving. So basically regarding Berserker here, I don't see any kind of huge change here. They are improving a little bit, as you can see, this Madness engraving, and that's it. You will see later for other classes, changes are much bigger than this. Let's go further with Warlord. Official name for Warlord for Western release of the game will be Gunlancer. Regarding Warlord, you can see here some skill changes. Okay, already we can see lots of skills here. Let's check what we have here in developer comments. Warlord is an all-around class with high survivability, incapacity, and utility, and it's currently showing excellent performance in attacking content. That's actually true, right? So basically, they think that the Warlord is doing actually pretty good. The Warlord's active role in the party as it is now is consistent with what we expected from the Warlord. But considering the Warlord's abilities overall, we decided that the damage was a bit excessive, so we made adjustments. So they actually think that Warlord is too powerful. Looks like that, right? So these changes regarding Warlord, well, looks like that Warlord is getting a little bit nerfed. Just a little bit, not too much, but as you can see here in these skills, yes, they are reducing the power of these skills. Okay, let's go forward with Destroyer. This class, sadly, we will not have for Western release, at least not on the start. Probably we will get it in some new update after release. So let's check what we have here. The damage factor when using specialized gravity weight has been changed as follows. Existing 0.48 changed 0.54, so increase, right? Skill changes, only 2 skills I see here. Let's check comment from developers. So regarding this translation, this is a rough translation from Korean language to English language. So this sentence on the end is only important here. Let's check it out. Adjustments were made to increase the average damage for each. So the Hammer of Anger and this other skill, right? So Big Bang here and Power Strike skill. So this is actually positive change, I would say, for Destroyer. As you can see, they have changed from 0.48 to 0.54, so increase regarding this specialized gravity weight. Pretty good for Destroyer. Let's go forward with Holy Knight. Official name for Western release will be Paladin. Holy Knight, 1 skill, 2, 3 skills looks like. Yes, 3 skills. Developer note. Holy Knight's supportability has greatly improved after new engravings and set equipment have been added. However, it was judged that it was unreasonable to capture the content that only 1 skill, Holy Sword, with a long cooldown had a counter effect. So a counter skill was added and the usability of some other skills was improved. So regarding Holy Knight, Paladin, I wouldn't say these changes are so huge. Actually, they have added this another skill. Well, we will see how that skills actually work out in the game. In generally, Holy Knight feels pretty good. This class is really nice class to play, and I can see with this they have actually improved a little bit Holy Knight. Let's go further with Battle Master. Official name for Western release will be War Dancer. This is kind of strange, War Dancer, but okay, right? It is what it is. Battle Master, skills, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 skills changed. Let's check a comment from developers. Wow, that's a huge comment. Let's see. Battle Master's index started to raise steadily after the launch of Corps Commander Raid, and it is currently recording the highest average damage index among all classes in the top content, and the variation in damage by players is also confirmed to be very small. Okay, so this is interesting, right? The highest average damage index among all classes in the top content. Wow, right? This is really nice to see. So looks like they are actually reducing here power of a Battle Master. Is this possible or not? Let's check it out here. Yes, they are. Check this. I see reduction in these numbers here. This is interesting, right? You can see here in these percentages and these values that these values are going down. So they are nerfing a little bit War Dancer. Let's start to talk like that, right? It will be easier for us to adjust for Western release of the game. So War Dancer, Battle Master, they are actually nerfing a little bit this class because they think it's too strong. Let's go further with Infighter. Official name for Western release will be Scraper. Scraper, okay. So Scraper, only 1 skill change. Infighter shows good performance in terms of damage, survivability and utility, but recently the top 10% damage and maximum damage indicators in top content have been slightly lowered. Accordingly, adjustments were made to slightly increase the damage at the high point throughout the upgrade of the Advanced Strike Tripod. So we have here actually increase, right, in damage regarding this tripod. This is nice. Let's check these values here. Yes, these values are higher. So this class, Infighter, Scraper, is getting a little bit buffed. Next class here, Soul Master, one really amazing class. Soul Fist is the name for Western release. Let's see what will happen here. 2 skill changes, okay, and change to Engrave. Developer comment. Reverse Cheonyi is a class that consistently shows high indicators in various areas. So when you read it like this, right, they see high indicators, that means they will nerf a little bit this class. In particular, it has recently recorded in the highest average damage index in top content, and the maximum damage index is also confirmed to be at very high level. Okay, so obviously they think that Soul Master, Soul Fist is very strong, so they will nerf it a little bit. Let's check the numbers here. Yes, actually this is a little bit higher numbers I see here, 57. Regarding engravings, probably they will a little bit nerf class. Yes, I see some nerf here. As you can see, these values here are going down. So little nerf. Just a little nerf, I would say, for Soul Master. Nothing too big. Okay, what do we have here? My favorite class, Lance Master. Sadly, we will not have this class on Western release of Lost Ark. This is absolutely my favorite class lately. I'm playing it a lot. Let's check the note. Peak Spearman is currently performing unrivaled in retouched content, but in unmodified and end content it's showing good indicators for its class. So basically they think that this class, Lance Master, is doing really good. And as you can see, changes regarding skills, nothing. That's it, right? Actually we have a little change here. These values are a little bit higher, right? But nothing too big. So regarding Lance Master, well, it looks like more or less it's staying the same. Okay, let's go forward. Let's see what we have here. We have Striker. We have a change here regarding values from 0.91 to 0.7. So this is a reduction. Skill changes, 1, 2, 3 skills. Identity changes, Engrave. Let's see. Striking Special is a class that shows excellent average damage and the highest damage index, but it tends to be difficult to show its original performance until it has some settings. So probably until endgame, they mean to say like this. Therefore, by adjusting the basic identity acquisition amount and specialization factor, high-level strikers maintain their current state. But the play of the striker who is in the process of growth has been improved, and the neutralization value, which was somewhat lacking, was improved. So we can say, right, a little bit adjustments here regarding striker, nothing too huge here. Okay, these values here are a little bit lower, but nothing too huge, I would say, in general. Devil Hunter, let's check what we have here. Deadeye is the name of this class for Western release. Let's check the change in stats. The PvE defense factor has been changed as follows. Existing 0.8 changed 0.9. So we have here increase in PvE defense factor, okay? Skill changes, 1, 2, 3, 4 skills, 5. Wow, okay. Actually, check this. Lots of changes here regarding Devil Hunter. Check this list, right? Really huge list. Let's see the changes, what will happen. Enhanced Weapon Devil Hunter is a class designed to record the highest damage depending on the skill level of the adventurer. But due to the fast action and various attack elements of the recent masters, it's not able to show its power in the high level contents. Therefore, we made adjustments to increase the base damage of the shotgun skill and improve the close shot tripod to increase the maximum damage at the high point. Okay, so as you can see, increase in damage. So they are buffing absolutely this class here. As you can see, Devil Hunter, Deadeye will get buffed. Really nice. Whoever likes to play Deadeye, well, you'll have lots of fun. Let's go further with a Blaster. Artillerist is the name of this class for Western release. Stats: the PvE defense factor has been changed as follows. Existing 0.9 changed 0.95. So increase in PvE defense factor. Skill changes, few skills have been changed. Okay. Blaster is slow, but it has excellent neutralization damage and excellent survivability. So overall party acceptance rate is high. Okay, they're judging that this is actually a good class. However, in the case of Firepower Enhancement Blaster, it shows slightly higher survivability and slightly lower damage index than we expected. So looks like actually that this class is going to get a little bit nerfed, with one exception here. We have here a reduced cooldown of PvE from 24 seconds to 16 seconds. Okay, so only one reduction in cooldown, but overall I can see a little bit reduction here regarding these values here. Are they reduced? Looks like that. Yes, it looks like that. Let's go further. With the next class, we have here a Hawkeye. Official name for Western release is a Sharpshooter. Yes, okay. The PvE defense factor will be increased from 0.85 to 0.95. So this is good. This is good change. Let's check developer comments. Hawkeye has gradually increased its index since the last balance patch, and it is currently ranked as a top in average damage, top 10% damage, and maximum damage in top content. So when they write it like this, then you know they will probably little bit nerf that class. Let's check values here. Looks like that everything in general is staying the same. They're actually increasing some values here. However, the second companion engraving showed a level of indicators that did not meet expectations, so we made adjustments to slightly increase the target of that buff and increase the amount of basic identity recovery. So actually, Hawkeye will get a little bit buffed. Just a little buff. As you can see, not many changes regarding Sharpshooter. Then we have Scouter, another class which we will not have at Western release of Lost Ark. The PvE defense factor has been increased from 0.8 to 0.9. Few skills are getting changed, only 3 skills, 1 identity. Scouts are currently showing indicators of the appropriate level for the class characteristics. So they actually think that Scouter is doing well as it is now. Looks like, because these changes, as you can see, are actually not that huge. I don't see any kind of huge changes regarding these values. Movement distance reduced from 14 meters to 12 meters. This is nothing too huge. Motion speed has been increased. So no huge changes regarding Scouter. So as you can see, they have implemented many changes to different classes. Some classes did get a little bit buffed, some a little bit nerfed, but like I said, we still need to see in the game how will that actually feel under the fingers. Because here, as we can see, these changes don't look so huge, right? Next class here, we have a Gunslinger. The PvE defense factor has been increased from 0.8 to 0.9. Skill changes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, actually lots of changes. Let's see this. Reduce damage, reduce damage, reduce them. They are reducing damage for Gunslinger. You can see this obviously here. Only one increase here in value. Other skills are reduced in PvE. Okay, in PvE. Since the last balance patch, Gunslinger's index has gradually increased until recently, recording the highest average damage index in the recent top content, and the maximum damage index is also confirmed to be at very high level. So some skill damage has been reduced. So obviously they are nerfing a little bit Gunslinger. Little bit, right? In PvE. Reduce damage for some skills. Let's go further with Summoner. Let's see what we have here. So again, we have increase in PvE defense factor, basically same like for other classes, from 0.85 to 0.95. Regarding the skills, let's see here. I don't see actually many changes here. Let's see what we have here in developer comments. Summoner's index has been risen significantly since the reorganization and has been steadily improving ever since. So that means actually that this class is doing fine, right? However, after improving the summons, some skills that are judged to be unreasonable in PvP have been adjusted, and a tripod option that can improve the irrationality in the judgment timing of the counter skill released will has been added. So no huge changes here. I think we can see some increase here regarding values. So no nerf, I think, absolutely regarding Summoner. Let's go forward with Bard. PvE defense factor has been increased from 0.8 to 0.9. Skill changes, increase in damage, nice. Increase in damage, okay. So obviously, little bit of buff for Bard. Bards are welcome class in the party based on their excellent support skills. In addition, the need for a supporter class to attack more powerful monsters has also increased. So this is a rough translation from Korean language to English language, don't worry about that, but it's clear here they have actually little bit buff Bard. Little buff for Bard for sure. Arcana, let's check what will happen with Arcana. Sadly again, this class we will not have at release for a Lost Ark on the West, right? We will miss Arcana. PvE defense factor has been increased from 0.85 to 0.95. Skill changes, increase in damage, increase in damage, increase in damage. Okay, whoever likes to play Arcana, this is nice to see. Of course, we still need to see when will developers and publisher of the game actually implement these changes for a Lost Ark Western release, right? We might have these changes on the start, or maybe not. But Arcana, as you can see, is getting a little bit buffed. Arcana is showing an excellent level of damage index in the final content. However, due to influence of survival rate and neutralization, the party rejection rate is very high. And although the performance deviation due to luck in the class concept, we decided that the average damage index need to be slightly higher. Okay, so nice decision, Arcana is getting buffed. Let's go further with Sorcerer's new class. Also, we will probably not have this class at Western release, but who knows? We are still very far from, let's say, early 2022. Nobody knows exactly when. So until then, well, Smilegate and the Amazon games, they might change their mind, and basically on release we might even see Sorcerers, or maybe Arcana, or maybe Lancemaster. Who knows, right? And let's see what we have here. The PvE defense factor has been changed from 0.85 to 0.95. We have changed the attribute damage factor of specialized magical enhancement and magical release as follows. Existing 2.5, change 2.15. So reduction regarding that. Skills, let's see this. Improved, change a little bit. Actually, these changes are not regarding values here. Sorcerer has been steadily increasing since its launch and is still growing. So basically what they are saying here, I mean, due to the nature of the new class, it is necessary to watch until the settings are set to some extent and the skill level rises. But in the case of Ignition Sorcerers, the damage of the top 10 in the end content is already at the top. And the maximum damage is unparalleled in the highest level. So yes, this is saying everything. But look, this is a new class, right? So they need still to check a little bit more on this class, to check it more, to watch on this class, and then in the future they will change accordingly, right? Things. It's easy to change things regarding old classes because, yes, of course, they are monitoring what is happening with that classes a long time. But this is a new class, so they will change things in the future. But for now, as you can see, unparalleled damage at the highest level. What do we have further here? We have Blade. Okay, regarding the Blade changes, PvE defense factor has been increased from 0.9 to 1.0. We have a few skill changes here. Let's check the values here. Looks like that the values are going actually down a little bit. Oh, looks like lots of changes. Let's see. Blade is showing stable performance in various indicators such as damage, survivability and neutralization. The burst engraving, which was not used due to various problems, was renewed and improved to show the best power in the Blade Arts state as opposed to the residual energy. So basically a little bit increase looks like here regarding values. Yes, a little bit buff, but nothing too huge regarding Blade. Let's go further with Demonic here. PvE defense factor has been increased from 0.85 to 0.95. Some skill changes, let's see. Okay, one change to identity. Demonstration has been steadily rising since the last balance patch. Recently, the average damage has reached the top level in the top content, and it also has a decent level in the deal indicators such as top 10% damage and maximum damage. However, the perfect suppression demonstration showed a slightly lower index than unstoppable impulse demonstration, so we made some improvements. So we can see some actually positive changes regarding Demonic. Absolutely, this class didn't get any kind of nerf. Actually, a little bit of buff I think they have put here regarding Demonic. And we have here on the end a Reaper. This class also we will not have for Western release of the game. Probably we will not have from the information which we have so far, right? The PvE defense factor has been increased from 0.8 to 0.9. Increased, let's see. Okay, so looks like Reaper is getting little bit buff here. Reaper is still showing good damage metrics after downgrading in the last balance patch. In the case of Sound of the Mount Reaper, it is confirmed that the survival rate of neutralization is insufficient compared to the damage index of the top level. And in this case, the party rejection rate of the top content to be high. So we can see here a little bit of buff for Reaper. This is nice to see. So this was the last class for today, and we have checked all the classes in today's video. So as you can see, in generally, lots of changes. I wouldn't say from this perspective actually that all of these changes overall are something huge. However, we still need to see how will everything feel under the fingers over there in Korea, because it's really hard to judge from everything here written on paper, right, from these patch notes in front of us. However, some classes, as you can see, have get a little bit nerfed. Some classes have get a little bit buffed, for example, Bard. But overall, like I said, I don't think that these changes, they are huge in generally because there are lots of changes, but we still need to see how will everything feel in the game. In the future, of course, if I see anything interesting is happening regarding Lost Ark, I will let you know. Of course, I will let you know also what is happening regarding these changes over there in Korea, how will everything feel in the game. If you are interested into Lost Ark, check my YouTube channel. I'm playing a long time now Lost Ark in other regions in Japan, Russia and Korea. So I already have lots of videos on my YouTube channel, gameplay videos and guides for new players, so check them out. Let me know in the comments below video, how do you like these changes regarding different classes over there in Korea, and what do you think about these changes? Are these changes positive or not? Thank you for watching the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more Lost Ark videos in the future. See you soon.